Today we are going to go do a little bit of journaling setup in my Traveler's Notebook. I have a couple of things that I want to use today. I have some gloss spray and also I do have a shimmer spray. Both are from Rangers. This one is from Dilution and this one is from Dana Wakeling. So both are in this one is like a bubblegum pink, but I'm pretty sure a carnation color. This one is called rose quartz color. So both are pink. And then I'll be using a little bit of gesso in here. I have some stamping and yeah, if you'd like to see my process, stick around and I hope you enjoy this video. Hello there, my name is Lhey Ralston. I'm so happy to have you here. If you do have your own supplies, maybe you can journal along with me today. All right, so I have this ephemera. This is actually a very spring color, but I figure there's a little bit of corals and orange and, some green. So it still gives me this almost like, I don't know, early fall. Um, so I think it'll still work. And then the insert that I'm using today, this is honestly, I don't know what to call it, but it's from the Travelers Company. It is that grid insert. I did print out some photos. And then I do have a copy paper in here so I can protect my surface when I do my spraying. Just going to do my clamp in there. 2 copy paper on each side. Sorry, clamp. I'm gonna have to go. I'll do the same thing on this side. Sorry again, I should have done this first, but things happen. I'm pretty sure that my clamp is gonna have some spray. Oh well, it's gonna give it character. Okay. I think I'm gonna start with, I don't know which one actually. I think I'll do the shimmer spray first. I don't know how well the spray, so we're gonna find out. See, I know some of the sprays are like all plugged up, and so I can see that in there. Gonna grab my baby wipes and I'll just clean the nozzle. Sometimes they say to kind of like run it under like hot water because this one has mica powder. So what happens is that the mica powders, they block the nozzle, and so I think they've been having troubles with this one. All right, so that is not going to work for us. What am I going to do now? Huh, okay. I guess I'll grab some. Oh, wait a second. I'm going to pause the video just a second. I'm going to find my gel plate. Okay, I found my gel plate. I have a small one because I have a small desk. We're going to use our gel press today, almost like a palette, an art palette. All right, and then I'm going to go shake this again so we can have some of that mica powder. And I do have this mini brayer. And we're just going to go. Golly, that's a whole lot. I was not meaning to drop that much. Remind me what I'm doing again? It's okay, I don't know either. And this sprayer is like so stiff now. Should have cleaned it first. But I just love the effects of the brayer. So that's what I wanted. It's like that. But then it's not really rolling as well as I would like. So I'm not even getting that effect that I wanted. So I'm just going to place my gel plate over here. Sorry guys, you won't be able to see it anymore. But I'm just, oh Lord. I just dropped it. Okay. I'm just using my baby wipes to pick up the rest of that ink from my gel plate so we can clean it. Oh gosh. What a mess. And I didn't have my silicone mat. I should have. I wasn't thinking it would be this much of a mess. Always expect the unexpected. Okay. I do not like that like blocky thingy. Okay. And that baby wipes. Okay, let's see if we have a better luck with this. Okay. I just had to give it a good shake. Yep, I told you what's going to happen with my clamp. That's exactly what's happening now. Maybe I can clean it. There you go. All right. I'm going to use my heat tool. I do have a heat gun. This is always here beside me because I have impromptu projects like this. I know for sure that the first spray that I sprayed in here would bleed through because that one gets really absorbed by the paper. Well, so far, yep, it did, but not as much as I thought it would, so that's really good, I suppose. And the glossy spray is supposed to stay a bit more on top of the paper of your surface. It's pretty cool. All right. Now I'm going to grab the white gesso. I wanted to use the white gesso because it's not going to be as opaque as an acrylic paint. You know, it's going to be slightly translucent than an acrylic. I got this set from Michael's. It's just a regular white gesso and it's smaller, so it doesn't take up so much space in my page, my desk, I suppose. I'm just basically just trying to bring back some of the negative space here. So almost bringing back the white, but still allowing the colors from the bottom to still peek through, because again, it's not as opaque as an acrylic. There, we're bringing, see how parts of that compared to this one, you can still see a bit of that pink underneath, but we brought in a lot of that white negative space again. Oops. We definitely won't be able to write with our fountain pen now. So you probably need like a piece of paper or an cardstock if you want to do a little bit of writing, a little bit of journaling. Like that. and over there. Now I know the coral, the oranges, the light oranges that I have in my ephemera will look good with this pink. And then I know that the blues, there's like a mint color in the ephemera set that I picked. There's like some mint color in there as well. And I know it's going to look really nice. The only thing that I do not like here is that the top seems so empty because I was trying to be careful with the silly clamp that I did that, you know. So I don't like that. So I'm just going to put in some gesso in here, and I can bring in some more colors in here. That should dry up real fast. I'll just use the baby wipes, clean my fingers. And this is what my fingers usually look like when I'm working with mixed media. It's just a mess. It's a happy mess though, right? I like this. I like that we have colors on the page. And this is what I like doing first if I'm going to do any type of mixed media, is I just want to apply some colors. It's almost like taking out the fear of a blank page, right? So when I lay down colors in here, I almost feel like, okay, now there's colors. Now I don't have to feel so um scared. I know it's so weird, but that's exactly it. All right. So I do have the stamp set, and I really love the stamp set that I got from Michael. So I've had this for a while. And then I'm just going to use a Stays On ink. This is in the color Gothic Purple. I really love this one. I did set up some of my Traveler's Notebook inserts and my folder, my craft folder, using some stamps. I don't know which video will go up first, but that should be coming. It turned out so pretty. I can't even, yeah, I love it. Okay, so remember I said I have this blank space on the top and I really want to cover it up. So just going over it. This one is not going to give me a really good impression. I just want to add a little bit in there so it's not so blank. And I'll bring the same print. I'll bring the same print in other areas as well. So I'm just inking it up directly into the stamp. I'm going to bring some in here. I'll bring some over here on this side. There we go. Pretty good. Pretty cool. Now we have colors. Now we have, you know, some backgrounds in there. I want to bring in a little bit of pattern play. And so I'm going to grab some stamp sets. This is from Tim Holtz. I just love this set so much that I really need to go shopping for new ones. I'm not sure how many new ones he has, but this one is from my old stash. I've had this forever and I just love it. I tend to pick it up more often than not. So this one is just ink splatters. I just really love the effect of this stamp set. I really, really do. And so it just adds a little bit of textures, a little bit of visual interest. You know, if you want to add a splash of color without it being too busy, then this is your stamp set. This one was pretty darn cool also. But this one looks like those old stamps, kind of like that. I just love that. And this one is from Giro Creative, but I've had this stamp set for a long time. I will definitely link it in the description down below. How's that, huh? That's pretty cool. I love it. I really wasn't planning on doing this much to the background to begin with, but let's see. Okay, so I printed some photos of Rain and I when we went to Drum Ghouls, and I have picked the ephemera pieces. I do have, this one is from Pink Fresh. Luckily, I still have the packaging, so I would know, but it's a really old set, so I don't even know if they still have this. But it's from their Flower Market collection, and like what I said, it's really for spring because you can see here spring flowers and all that fun stuff. But I think I think it works because there's like greens in here, you know, so this against the pink will be go really well. And then we have some coral, and then I have some titles. It says happy day, a special day. Now I love doing clusters of ephemera pieces. I love it so much. If I'm going to use this tag in here, which I think I will, it has this beautiful, like black and white, beautiful flowers in there. And so I'm going to put I have some twine, just a white twine with some gold details. I think it'll look so pretty. And you know, having like different layers of elements like this on your page, oops, will really add some dimension, you know, some creative pieces to look at. And so there you go. So if I'm going to use this, I'll probably hide that underneath. I'm thinking of my title. So this is the fun stuff, right? Is just putting all the pieces together. It's like puzzle. Sometimes when I am lazy to glue pieces together, most of the time I would use my stapler and would just staple some pieces together. Like, for example, this and that. I know that I want them to go together. I'll just go grab, staple that together, and do the same thing here. And it also adds some interesting look to it when it's like this, like that. Yeah, I love that. So yeah, that's how I like to cluster as well. So my staple is like a light purple, like a lilac color. It kind of melts and blends with the background also. We can definitely do this. And I'll just staple it here, just like that. And so now we're bringing in the blue color in here. I just feel like I need more green. So this is how I work on a spread. I kind of like play and decide from, I think, decide a color palette first. Luckily, you know, the amazing brands, they do that for us, the designers and the brands. They really do give us almost everything already. All we're going to do is just implement it on a page and then make it our own. So it's really, which is really, really fun. So this day we went to Drum Ghouls here in Texas, in Houston. If ever you're in the Houston area, if you're from Houston area, or if ever you're going to visit the Houston area and you love stationery, I highly suggest visiting Drum Ghouls. It's in Houston downtown. If you love fountain pens, stationaries, boy, they do have a lot of selection in store. And then if you want more stickers, more ephemeras, more journals, and all that fun stuff, then you wouldn't want to skip on visiting Little Craft Place. I apologize, because they did like a stationery expo. It's called the Little Craft Fest. So that's why I was slowing down a little bit just to think about it. But so the Little Craft Place is in the spring area. We were there yesterday, and man, oh man, that was so much fun. So yeah, if ever you're visiting the Houston area, or if you're here and you didn't know about both of these places, I highly, highly recommend visiting both. It's truly, it's going to be an experience, you know, it's just, and prepare your credit card because you're going to want everything in there. All right, this one we're going to put it underneath the word love. We're just going to stick it in there. Sometimes I use my stapler just to kind of like put weight because this one's pretty heavy. And then this one we're going to have to glue it there on top. Where's my copy paper? There we go. I would normally put it in a copy paper and I would just kind of like go over that. And that's why when you're, you know, journaling, doing anything or art, have a piece of copy paper because it really is so handy. And just go over the whole area. And then we're going to go stick it right there. Okay. And then we'll add our ephemera, gathering memories. All right. Wow, this turned out so pretty. What do you think? What do we think of this layout right here? It just kind of like gives you this beautiful movement of the flow and up to the very bottom. So I'm super happy with this layout right here. I think it turned out so well. I am curious to know what you think. Thank you for hanging out with me today. I hope that you enjoyed this. So anyways, again, my name is Lhey Ralston. I hope that this video was inspiring, that, you know, you can document more of your day, use your notebooks and your inserts in a very creative way. And if you have any questions that I may have not talked about, please do leave them in the comment section and I'll be more than happy to answer those for you. Until next video, stay creative and stay happy. Bye, guys.